fun fact, I always record a video at least 2 times before I upload it, because I like for the first time is like the rough draft, and the second time is like the thing that I'll actually use to edit and upload and everything. But this time it's taken me 3 because I ran out of storage on my phone, which is where I record everything. So. Hey guys, it's TBR. So today I am going to show you the books I finished in June and July and the books I plan to read in August. So let's get started. The reason I'm combining June and July is because I only finished 1 book, oh goodness I dropped them, in June, and I only read 2 in July, so it's not that difficult. They're all in a trilogy. The first book that I finished was Clockwork Angel, which I read in June. It took me almost all month to finish because I was traveling a lot. I know that's probably not a very good excuse, but I traveled to DC for a week, in which I hardly read, and I was in Birmingham for a cheer thing, so I hardly read then either, and my cousins were in town for part of the month of both June and July, but I did end up finishing this book eventually. After that, I finished Clockwork Prince, which is the second book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. This book took me hardly any time to finish once I actually found it, because I was probably 100 pages in, and then I ended up losing it, but I found it 3 or 4 days later, so yes. And then after that, I finished Clockwork Princess at some point at the end of, or with like a week left in July. So I finished these fabulous books in July, and I gave them 5 out of 5 stars because they are absolutely amazing. Sandra Clare is best, you know, bae. Yeah. Anyways, so these books follow the main characters Tessa Gray, Jim Carstairs, and William Herondale. I now understand everybody's obsession with him. It took me at least 2.5 books, but it's all good. Anyways, so Tessa Gray is a warlock, except she's not a normal warlock. There's never been anything of her kind before. So said warlock, I am trying to drop them, okay. So this warlock can actually change shape. She finds this out whenever her brother moves to London, and she goes after them after her aunt dies. And she goes to live with him because he's the only family she has left. And then Will and Jem find her being held captive by the Dark Sisters, obviously. And they are both Shadowhunters, so they take her under their wing in order to help her get better and everything else. And then a lot of madness ensues with clockwork creatures known as the Infernal Devices. So these books are wonderfully written and beautiful, and highly recommend reading them. Definitely read these before the Mortal Instruments, because this does contain some spoilers to that series. Cough, Brother Zechariah, cough. In August, I hope to finish only a handful of books because school is going back on August 18th, and I'm not very excited about that, but what are you gonna do? So the first book I plan on finishing is The Last Babylon because it's my summer reading and I haven't finished it yet. It's taken me almost 2 weeks to get 60 pages, 70 pages in. Oh, it literally took me like 2 hours to read 30 pages, and I was non-stop reading it. Like, I was sitting here and I was reading it and reading it and reading it, but it wouldn't get anywhere. Like, it's so boring. So I'm reading The Last Babylon by Pat Frank. Don't recommend this to any of you. I'm so sorry if you ever have to read this because it is so boring. Well, 75 pages in. I mean, we've been preparing for the same thing for 75 pages, and they're still not where they're supposed to be yet. Like, it takes half the book for it to even reach, like, the rising action. Like, this is not properly, like, I have a longer rant, but it cannot be said because it would take 20 minutes. So I just don't recommend you read this book if you don't have to. Yep, okay. The next book I plan to read in August. That sounded like I said like, guests, not August. The next book I plan to read in August is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Parts 1 and 2 by J.K. Rowling, Jack Thorne, and John Tiffany. Close, close, close. So this book is in the 19 years later, following Harry's child, Albus Severus, and it is his journey to Hogwarts. It picks up at the 19 years later scene, right as they're arriving at King's Cross Station, so you get a bit more. This is written in a play format, so it's like Harry, and then it says Albus, Dad, he keeps saying it, Harry, James, give it a rest, ... So it's literally written in like a play format, which works really well for my head because I love to do plays and theater and everything like that. So I'm excited. I wish I would lived in London so I could go see this, but I don't think that's going to happen. So this is my next read this month. And in theory, since it is a play script, it should take you as long to read it as it would to perform it. So in theory, it should take you about 3 hours to read the book, because I think that's how long the play itself is. And lastly, this month I hope to read The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, or really reread. I've read this series each year as school goes back. This will be the 4th time I've read it, I believe. I would read it each year before the movies came out so that my brain would be refreshed for the books, or from the books, to see that everything would happen. Because Mockingjay was always a very confusing book for me, so I've reread it plenty of times. But I plan on rereading the series again so that it is something that I already know that I absolutely love and adore and everything else, so that I will definitely be drawn to it, because even after reading it 3 times, it's still like, oh, she just got stung by a crackerjacker. That is what they're called? Yeah. She just got stung by a crackerjacker. Is she gonna die? What's gonna happen? Like, that's basically how I reread the book. It's like I'm rereading it for the first time again, kind of, because I'm just like, I'm still so on edge, even though I know everything that's gonna happen. Like, what's going on? What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? It's pretty intense. But I actually do not own this whole series. I've borrowed it from the library each year I read it. That's why I read it as school goes back. And I'm ordering the series finally in hardback from Barnes & Noble because I have a gift card coming in soon. Hopefully by the first day of school, so. That is the goal. These are the books I finished in July and June, and these are the books that I hope to read in August. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when I upload more videos. Check out my Instagram at Little White Bookshelf, my Goodreads at Little White Bookshelf, and my website littlewhitebookshelfblog.weebly.com. All of those will be linked in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye! Peace out. I've been watching Supernatural a lot lately, and I really like this character named Charlie. It's actually female, you know. She's actually female, and she's absolutely amazing. Like, I love her so much.